Hey, good morning, my friends. This is MLive Chief Meteorologist Mark Torregrossa. Sorry, my little blurb had the word winter in it. Yeah, it's time. We're fighting it off with some mild weather, but it's time that we realize that in the next several weeks to a month, it's going to happen. And some years we don't see the cold pool building up in southern Canada. Some years it's Christmas week, or I've even seen it, first week of January before winter really takes hold. I'm going to show you there's pretty widespread cold up to the north, so I don't think it's going to be a real late start to the winter. And I always am under the impression that this warming trend that we're in, what I would call global warming, um, it takes hold and it modifies the middle of winter sometimes if winter starts early. So, hey, let's get to it. Good morning, folks. This is the MLive Chief Meteorologist Mark Torregrossa and the MLive Morning Weather Update brought to you by Consumers Energy. So here we go. And start off with a little radar, and there are some showers. They're not all reaching the ground, fairly light. So you could get, sidewalk wetting this afternoon and this morning, but that's about it. Now let's look at the models, okay? And this is a radar forecast. This is a brand new run that's coming in right now. And by the way, meteorologists, we love the time change just for one reason. Our model runs come in an hour earlier, so we get all of the data an hour earlier. When I was in television, the late night run would come in at around 11:15 or 11:20 at night before the time change. And guess what? We were 5 minutes off the air with the weather segment, and then we'd look at the new run. Oh, never mind, it's changed a little. Of course, those are the days when the models and forecasts change a lot. Now we're pretty much spot on, I'd have to say. But then when the time would change, we'd get it at 10:15, and we'd be able to advise you on something at 11:15. All right, I'll get off my soapbox now. So this is the newest run of the North American model, and what I wanted to show you is that it now, in its latest run, from compared to 6 hours ago, it has those few showers, but not anything robust. Just the fact that you could get sprayed on by a few showers this morning into afternoon. Look at the old run. The old run, here's the same time frame, and it was not quite as robust with the showers. Hey, good morning, Linda Schultz from Flint, and Nicole Denise, good morning. And Brenda Straw from North Carolina, good morning. Veronica Bailey, thanks for watching. Good morning to you. All right, so Wednesday, we should be dry. And then this is the warm front coming through on Thursday morning, right there, moving across the state. That's a quick warm shower. We get into the warm sector during the middle of the day. This is early afternoon. We warm up quite a bit. And then you can see the cold front lined up off to the west. And we'll go to the European model to extend it out. And, I always feel like I got to apologize for the way our data displays, but it's scientific data, folks. It's meteorology data. So what you're looking at here when we go to this model, you're looking at the red lines are temperatures at 5,000 feet that are above freezing. The blue lines are temperatures at 5,000 feet that are below freezing, and the deeper you're into the blue lines, the colder it is. But what I want you to notice here is look at the first blue line, and then look north of that. It's a solid area of winter cold in Canada. That tells me, and it's having a fairly easy time coming down. It happened last week. It'll happen again this week. It'll happen again next week. Tells me that it has a little momentum, and it tells me that winter doesn't wait. So see that there? Look from the UP northward. You see all the blue lines. You might be able to see a -8, a -10, a -12, -12 Celsius at 5,000 feet. That's a first week of January type cold, or last week of December type cold. So let's go through this. Wednesday showed you is a good day to get something done outside. Not as warm as Thursday afternoon. This is Thursday afternoon right there. Hey, Terry Wabrock is in Sarasota, Florida. Good morning. I bet you it's pretty nice there. This is Thursday afternoon, strong southerly wind. And then by evening, in comes the cold front with the showers and the gusty winds. Maybe, I think, even a thunder shower or so. And then by Friday morning, the cold front has zipped onto the east into New York and Pennsylvania, and we're in the colder air. Look at the wraparound wind behind it back in the Dakotas where you see all those black lines tightly packed. That's a cold northeast winter wind with snow, with blowing snow. Okay. And then here we go into Saturday, and we're fully into the cold air. I see a -6 Celsius at 5,000 feet. That's going to be enough for snow. Now, in the middle of the day, it may warm up enough. It may warm up enough that it could change back over to rain at times, but then as the sun sets, and this is Saturday night, perfect flow for lake effect to come across the state. This is Sunday. There's a little disturbance actually in the cold air. So the southern third of the state might actually, see a light accumulation. Maybe an inch or two. We'll have to keep an eye on it. And this is Sunday afternoon and evening, and the lake effect just isn't breaking down. The cold air isn't breaking down. Then by Tuesday, it starts to break down. We get a burst of warmth back in by next Thursday, and a cold front following it. And you can kind of get a feel as we get out to 10 days that cold air mass, it just continues to get a little bit stronger. Now we're seeing a -14 at the U.S.-Canadian surface. Hey, good morning, Mark Bender. Good morning, Mark and Louise Verstrati. And Ryan McKeague, thanks for watching. And Carol Morey, thanks for watching. You're watching the MLive Morning Weather Update brought to you by Consumers Energy. Okay, now high temperatures. We'll leave you with temperatures now so you know what's going on. And let's do this quickly so everybody knows. We're going to be in the mid-50s in the south, 50s in the north. Tomorrow we'll be in the low to mid-50s. Thursday into the 60s from Coldwater to Lansing to Saginaw Bay City to the Thumb to Ann Arbor and Detroit. Friday highs 50-ish in Detroit, but that's deceiving. That's probably a midnight high temperature and falling temperatures. And then Saturday highs in the low 40s and Sunday highs in the low 40s. But look at Kalamazoo and Coldwater and Battle Creek. Highs only in the mid to upper 30s. Look at Grand Rapids, 38. That's the cold air going around Lake Michigan and coming back up into Michigan in the southwest corner. Monday, upper 30s to low 40s. Tuesday, the same. Wednesday, maybe back to 50. And Thursday, 50 with the next batch of cold. And so you better winterize stuff that can't handle it. These are low temperatures. Tomorrow in the 30s, Thursday in the 40s, Friday in the upper 30s, Saturday low 30s, Sunday low 30s, Monday upper 20s, all the way to the border, all the way into Detroit. Tuesday, mid-20s. Some teens in the UP, some single digits where they would have snow on the ground up there. And Wednesday, upper 20s, Thursday in the 40s. So, I guess you could tell that I talked more about wintry stuff than fall stuff. And that's pretty much the theme of this update. So thanks for joining me on the MLive Morning Weather Update brought to you by Consumers Energy. I'm MLive Chief Meteorologist Mark Torregrossa. Today I have a post I'm working on about maybe the perfect opening day firearm deer season weather. We'll see about that. And then I'm going to look a little closer at that pseudo Alberta clipper that's coming our way for Sunday and what it could do as far as our first snow on the way. Thanks for joining me. Have yourselves a great Tuesday.